Hey MTG fans, welcome to another episode of All's Fair in Love and Lore. This week we have a character spotlight on everyone's favorite goblin gangster, Krenko. Introduced to us in Magic 2013, Krenko was a guildless goblin that started as a small-time hustler in the underbelly of Ravnica. But through cunning, ambition, and a sheer force of personality, he managed to gather a loyal following of goblins around him. Over time, Krenko's influence and power grew, and he established himself as one of the most feared and respected figures in the goblin community. He built a sprawling network of tunnels and hideouts beneath Ravnica streets, from which he orchestrated various criminal activities and raids on the city above. One of the most notorious of Krenko's clientele was a man who went by Mr. Taz. Many believe that Mr. Taz is actually the shapeshifter Lazav of the Dimir Guild, but his identity is left mainly a mystery. Mr. Taz continuously offered Krenko high-paying jobs, and they worked well together on the plane of Ravnica for quite some time. Despite facing opposition from rival gangs, guilds, and even other goblin leaders, Krenko's tenacity and resourcefulness allowed him to survive and thrive. Krenko and his mob of goblins were quite the opportunists, using Nicol Bolas's invasion of Ravnica as a chance to steal valuables after the people of Ravnica had evacuated and before Bolas's army would arrive. Similarly, Krenko found ways to use New Phyrexia's invasion of the multiverse as an opportunity for profit. He would send his followers to come in behind Phyrexian troops and ransack buildings, hoard supplies, and then resell them for a premium. His ability to rally goblins to his cause, as well as his knack for staying one step ahead of his enemies, cemented his reputation as a formidable force to be reckoned with in Ravnica's underworld. His goal of joining the ranks of Ravnica's elites helped to propel him forward, in hopes of one day being able to also elevate the rest of his goblin gang, ensuring that no one would ever be able to push them around again. Later down the road, Krenko acquired an invitation to a large party hosted by Teysa Karlov at, you guessed it, Karlov's Manor, and snuck in to make an attempt at networking amongst members of the guilds of Ravnica. The whole party was obviously very dramatic, with the murders of Zegana and Teysa and accidentally Kylox. Enter paranoia, thwarted deals, kidnappings, etc. It was later revealed by detectives that Oba, the central dryad of Trostani, had organized these murders in retribution to those she considered traitors to the plane during the invasion. Krenko was targeted because of his personal gain during that time and was captured by Oba. He was freed after Kaya and Atrada defeated her, but not for long. Unfortunately for him, Krenko was arrested by Aurelia, who hoped to find a way to charge him for his crimes during the invasion. Throughout his journey, Krenko has been featured in numerous Magic the Gathering sets and storylines, showcasing his rise to power and his ongoing struggles to maintain control in a city teeming with rival factions and constant danger. Krenko can be found represented in these cards: Krenko Mob Boss, Krenko 10th Street Kingpin, and Krenko Baron of 10th Street. Other associated cards include Krenko's Buzz Crasher, Krenko's Command, and Krenko's Enforcer. Krenko was also quoted in the flavor text on Fervor and Spear Spewer. I hope you guys enjoyed this week's episode on Krenko. If you have any special requests for characters or events in MTG history, let me know in the comments, or you can shoot me a message. And as always, thanks for hanging out with me.